In this video, I'm going to revisit a very simple way to view the unit circle. I'm just going to look at this first quadrant here. You have 5 angles you need to deal with: 0, 30, 45, 60, 90. And I could use the woman's left hand method. I'm the worst artist in history, but there's the left hand. It's not terrible. All right. 0 degrees, 30 degrees, 45, 60 degrees, 90 degrees. So we have just 5 values we're concerned with, and each of these values are going to be ordered pairs, x's and y's. And remember, cosine is x and sine is y. Cosine before sine, like x before y. All right, so we have 5 different ordered pairs we're going to deal with. This is going to be so ridiculously easy once you see it like this that you won't ever forget it. Every one of these are going to be fractions, all right? And a couple of them end up being whole numbers after we reduce, but we're just going to start with making them fractions. Every one of them is going to have a 2 in the denominator. Just start by doing that. And now, in both the x and the y. Now, dealing with your x, you are simply going to start with this first one and put a 4, the next one 3, the next one 2, the next one 1, and the next one 0. Very simple. 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. But they're going to be the square root of each of these. Square root of that one, 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 square root of that one. Well, a couple of these things simplify. What is square root of 4? It's 2. So really what you have here is 2 over 2. And what is 2 over 2? It's 1. You can see this one here is the same as that one here. This one is the square root of 3 over 2. And that's exactly what that is. This one's the square root of 2 over 2. That's what that one is. This one says square root of 1 over 2, but what is the square root of 1? It's 1. So this square root of 1 over 2 is simply 1/2. And that's what that one is. And square root of 0 is clearly 0. So here we have 0 over 2, and 0 over 2 is 0. And that's what that one is. So, very simple. Every one of them is got a 2 in the denominator. In the numerator, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Taking the square root of each one of those numbers and simplifying. What about these in this direction? Well, it goes in exactly the opposite direction. You could come up to the top and put your 4, then 3, then 2, then 1, then 0. Same thing. 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. We know this is true because they're co-functions. Cosine of a 0 is the same as sine of a 90, and you can see that. Where you have a 1, where this is a 1, you have a 1 in the y spot up there. Where this one is square root of 3 over 2, you have a square root of 3 over 2 in the y position, because 30 and 60 make 90. 45, they're the same. That makes perfect sense. 45 and 45 is 90. If you can remember that, you'll always be able to find it. And from there, you can easily get all the rest of them. Remember what I said about going 180 degrees? You're just changing the signs. Where this one's 1/2 and square root of 3 over 2, 180 degrees is the same values but opposite signs. Negative 1/2, negative square root of 3 over 2. To get from the first quadrant to the second quadrant, you just consider that reference angle. The 60-degree angle here is a congruent triangle to this 120 degree. You can see these two triangles congruent. This side is equal to that side. Clearly the hypotenuse is the same, and this leg is equal to this leg. They're exactly the same. That's why we call this the reference angle. This is 60 degrees to the positive x-axis, the same as this 60 degree here. So note that these two pairs of coordinates are the same absolute value, that is the same numbers, but the signs might be different. The y value is exactly the same because both of these y values are in the positive direction. The x value, where this one's positive, this one over here is negative. Here we're going to the right. That's why we have this positive value. Here we're moving to the left. That's how we have this negative value, but the absolute value of those points are the same. That concludes this video.